Good evening, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've come to you with a video, but I've been asked a couple questions recently, well, a lot over the last 2 months, and I think it's high time that I address them. I've received these questions via DM on Instagram from people who wish to remain anonymous. That's perfectly okay. I'm good with that. So if you want to send me a question, go ahead and do so. Also, I've seen these questions repeated several times in the Rujo boot enthusiast group and other boot groups as of late. As we all know, Rujo is a direct-to-consumer or DTC boot company that rivals other direct-to-consumer brands, of which I will not name for the purpose of this video, because this video is solely directed at Rujo and not another brand. What Rujo puts out is a great quality boot for a nominal fee compared to your other big name brands, or I should say your big box brands. The quality of their boot for what you're paying should be worth more than what you're actually paying. Now, I must say that this last month, in January, beginning of February, Rujo did raise their prices. Not very much, just a few percent because of materials. Every other boot company has raised their prices, and Rujo was pretty much the last to do so. Why did I pick the boot that I picked? Well, to be honest, I didn't pick this boot. I didn't pick my boot. Cole reached out to me and asked if I would like to test, evaluate, and do a video and review on a pair of boots. I wasn't told what pair of boots was coming. I was just asked for my size in round toe and square toe. And what I got was the Deacon. It's like a J-toe in full quill ostrich. Leather soles, leather stack heels, leather lining. I have a Voot vamp, a Voot stack shaper in here to keep the stacks straight. So I didn't have a say in the boot. Got the boot. I was very surprised. It was actually my very first exotic boot. And then I received a pair of gaiters from another friend of mine. So the questions I've been asked besides that is, if you were to get one boot from Rujo, what would it be? Well, that's kind of an odd question, not an odd question, but it's kind of hard for me to answer because it depends on your style. I know what I like, but I don't know what you like, so I can't answer for you. But what I can say is, if I was to not have a pair of boots from them right now, this is exactly the boot I would have started off with, the Deacon. I like the round toe for dress. I've always wanted an ostrich skin boot. I like the feel of this. This had absolutely zero break-in time. The tensile strength or tear strength of ostrich is probably in the top 3 toughest leathers and skins out there, along with shark and kangaroo and elephant and hippo. They're all in that top 5 category. But this is closer to the top. It's also a light skin for being exotic. Most exotic skins are a little heavier. This is not. The curb appeal of this boot is phenomenal, especially in this medium to slightly darker brown color. And they shine up very nice, as you can see, and that's not even a full polish on this boot. Now, at the time, they only had the round toe. They didn't have a square toe or a narrow square toe, as some of you might call it, a French toe or a 7-toe or a cutter toe. They also now have what you might call a snip toe. It's kind of like a hybrid. So, but this boot right here goes for $410 right now. It was $365 when I got it. $365 to $410. So, I mean, that's really not much. $45-ish maybe. So that's not a lot of money to to raise your price for something that has not raised a dime since the day they started making boots. But I've had these boots a little while. I've done some walking in them. As you can see, let me pull this out. Here's the insides. Now, they have caiman. They've got cowhide. And they've got ostrich. And I believe they've got a couple others. I know they've got like a suede or a nubuck, rough out. And they've got some new zip boots too. And more ankle high type stuff. But to be honest, if you're going to look for your first boot and money's really not a problem, ostrich. Full quill ostrich. By far, full quill ostrich. You will love it from the minute you put it on your foot. It's soft. It hugs. It's an amazing feeling boot. No matter what company you get your ostrich from, as long as it's not a print, you're going to like the feel of it. Now, the cloud walk system in these boots is very soft. It's like walking in bedroom slippers. But this is definitely my recommended boot for anyone looking to get into Rujo. If this is your style and money is really not an issue. Customer service is great with them. 10 out of 10 with that. Return policy is exceptional. I personally have not had any issues with the boots. But I've seen a couple of people who've had their limited releases and have gotten boots with nicks in them, cuts, or some other types of deformities. Rujo immediately send the boots back, send them a new one, or if the boot is no longer in stock because it was a limited release, they will offer them a gift card towards, or a sales code for a new pair of boots whenever they want, at the same price. So you can't really go wrong with that. I know another company that does the same thing, but you have a hard time getting anything out of them for as popular as they've become. As you say, a cult following that they have received. And there's no reason why Rujo has not become a cult following boot in the direct-to-consumer market when their customer service is far and beyond better than that other company. I'm not going to name it, folks. Sorry if you want me to. I'm just not going to. Give Rujo a look. Check out the Deacons. There's a couple colors now in them. This is boots I highly recommend. I mean, I gave this a great review. Other people have given it great reviews, like Wes Metal. Sorry, Wes, if I butchered your name. Even Jeremiah has given them a good review. So follow those guys. And, yeah, check these out. If you don't like them, as long as they're not messed up on the bottom, walk on carpet, send them back and get a new pair. Get a different pair. There's a lot to choose from. They do have women's boots and belts now, so check them out. But definitely, first boot, ostrich.